Luke 20, verse 9. And he began to tell the people this parable. A man planted a vineyard and let it out to tenants, and went into another country for a long while. When the time came, he sent a servant to the tenants, so that they would give him some of the fruit of the vineyard. But the tenants beat him and sent him away empty-handed. Then he sent another servant, but they also beat and treated him shamefully, and sent him away empty-handed. And he sent yet a third. This one also they wounded and cast out. Then the owner of the vineyard said, "What shall I do? I will send my beloved son. Perhaps they will respect him." But when the tenants saw him, they said to themselves, "This is the heir. Let us kill him, so that the inheritance may be ours." And they threw him out of the vineyard and killed him. What then will the owner of the vineyard do to them? He will come and destroy those tenants and give the vineyard to others. When they heard this, they said, "Surely not." But he looked directly at them and said, "What then is that is written? The stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Everyone who falls on the stone will be broken to pieces, and when it falls on anyone, it will crush him." The scribes and the chief priests sought to lay hands on him at that very hour, for they perceived that he had told this parable against them, but they feared the people. So they watched him and sent spies who pretended to be sincere, that they might catch him in something he said, so as to deliver him up to the authority and jurisdiction of the governor. So they asked him, "Teacher, we must know that you speak and teach rightly, and show no partiality, but truth teach the way of God. Is it lawful for us to give tribute to Caesar or not?" But he perceived their craftiness and said to them, "Show me a denarius, whose likeness and his inscription does it have?" They said, "Caesar's." He said then, "Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's." And they were not able, in the presence of the people, to catch him in what he'd said, but marveled in his answer. They became silent. Jesus gives us this parable of the wicked tenants and how they squandered things and they hoarded things, and they were really greedy in the things that the landowner allowed them to have. And it says something powerful here that Jesus says, "It's written, the stone that the builders rejected." We know that today on Holy Tuesday, in just a few short days from now, we will enter into the day which we call Easter. And is Jesus not that stone that the builders rejected? But now he is the cornerstone. I like how it also mentions heirs in this. We know that the scripture says we've been made joint heirs with Jesus. He is a cornerstone, and we get to share